Hello everyone! Today we have with us the DooGee smartphone, specifically the V30 Pro model. I want to start by saying that this smartphone is packed with an incredible amount of memory, 512GB of internal storage and 32GB of RAM. Without further ado, let's open the box using our knife, cut through the seal and remove the protective film. The V30 Pro boasts a stunning 200-megapixel camera, a massive 10,000 mAh battery, a powerful Dimensity 750 processor, and an impressive display with a 120Hz refresh rate. Upon opening the box, we are greeted by the smartphone itself. Let's set it aside for now and check what else comes in the package: an unfilled warranty card, a protective film, tools for installing the protective film, and a black manual from DooGee. The included charger supports 27W along with a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. This cable indicates that the smartphone has a power bank feature, allowing you to charge other devices from it. Now let's take a closer look at the DooGee V30 Pro smartphone. Starting with the back, it has a leather-like finish, featuring slight curves on the sides to ensure a comfortable grip. The metal edges provide a premium feel, and rubber bumpers are integrated to cushion any impacts during accidental drops. At the bottom, there's a USB-C port hidden beneath a cover. This smartphone is fully waterproof, meaning you can submerge it in water without any worries. As for the camera module is designed to be sleek and doesn't protrude excessively from the body. The main camera is a whopping 200-megapixel sensor, complemented by a 24-megapixel module for night photography, which operates in black and white mode and includes additional infrared sensors. This allows you to take pictures even in complete darkness, albeit in monochrome. Additionally, there's a 16-megapixel macro module. Now let's discuss the control elements. On the right side, we have the volume buttons with textured grips and a power button that also acts as a fingerprint scanner. The textured volume buttons ensure that you can differentiate them easily from the power button. On the left side, there's a multifunctional button that can be programmed for various actions, such as turning on the flashlight or launching a specific application. Also located here is a hybrid SIM card slot, allowing you to install either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 SD card. It's worth noting that the device features 4 speakers, 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. However, I suspect that there are actually only 2 functional speakers, as stereo sound is present but not fully realized. Let's remove the protective film and power on the smartphone. It's booted up successfully. Now let's navigate to the settings to check the device specifications. The device is labeled as V30 Pro with 32GB of RAM, which can be virtually expanded by an additional 8, 12 or 20 gigabits, effectively giving us 32 gigabit of the operational memory. It runs on Android 13 and everything is working smoothly. Let's explore some more features. The smartphone has a function that accelerates certain applications, a fingerprint scanner, and Face ID, along with 512GB of storage. As advertised, the battery is currently at 83%. Now let's test the sound quality. The sound quality here is standard, much like that of other rugged smartphones. As I mentioned earlier, there are only 2 actual speakers, while the others appear to be faux. Regarding the display, it offers adaptive brightness settings along with the option to customize the screen timeout. The refresh rate can be set to 120Hz, 90Hz, or 60Hz. At 120Hz, the battery consumption is higher, but the visuals are considerably smoother. Let's set it to 120Hz and see how it performs. The difference is noticeable. The screen operates much more fluidly at 120Hz compared to 60Hz. Now let's check the functionality of the fingerprint scanner. Placing my finger on it results in a quick and accurate response. Let's try the Face ID feature next. It unlocked successfully on the first attempt, however, it failed the second time. Trying again, it worked. There seem to be some inconsistencies with Face ID, but the fingerprint scanner operates effectively. Moving on to the camera interface, we can enable HDR, toggle the flash, adjust watermarks, set locations, and more. The camera supports a shooting mode at 200 megapixels, night mode, pro mode, portrait mode, panorama, macro photography, and QR code scanning. Video recording supports HDR, and there is electronic stabilization available with video quality up to 4K, HD, 720p, and 480p. There's a 4-fold zoom feature. I captured a few images using the 200 megapixel camera. Upon zooming in, I noticed the text appears slightly blurred. Unfortunately, the camera isn't perfect, but considering its price point, it delivers decent results. Photos look good if you don't zoom in too much. The display utilizes IPS technology with a resolution of 1080x2408 pixels, featuring relatively large bezels. The screen measures 6.56 inches diagonally with a refresh rate of 120Hz. Connectivity options include Wi-Fi 6, built-in NFC, and GPS supporting all major satellite systems, which is excellent for a rugged smartphone. In terms of software, the device is powered by robust hardware that can handle any modern gaming requirements. The performance is driven by the MediaTek Dimensity 750U chip, A new processor released in May 2023 with a 6nm fabrication process and a maximum clock speed of 2600 ms/nth. The graphics are handled by the Mali G67 MC4. In AnTuTu benchmarks, the smartphone scores nearly 600,000 points, which elevates it beyond the budget segment and closer to the mid-range market. Overall, I find the DooGee V30 Pro to be a solid smartphone. You can purchase it through the link provided in the description. Thank you for watching and take care. Goodbye. Despite its substantial size and weight, the smartphone has a contemporary look. Its design is intended to resemble that of standard non-rugged models. This is likely why there aren't many protruding elements, and it might explain the absence of a slot for attaching a strap on the back. The rear is primarily made of plastic that mimics leather, a textured surface that feels and looks authentic. The eye-catching feature is the large circular camera block, which looks fantastic. However, it might not withstand severe drops, which is critical for a rugged device. The block protrudes slightly, with only a thin rim protecting the cameras. The device claims to have IP68 and IP69K ratings, but I've only tested it for minor water immersion, and it appears to handle that well. The front features a water drop notch and thick bezels, but its most notable characteristic is the separate speaker grills located above and below, independent of the earpiece. Interestingly, during phone calls, both the top speaker and the earpiece function, but this doesn't happen during regular audio playback. The sound quality is decent in terms of volume, but it's not particularly suitable for music listening due to distortions and crackling. To the left of the device is the SIM card tray and a customizable button that can be programmed for up to 3 different actions, such as launching any app or turning on the flashlight or voice recorder. The tray is a hybrid design, which isn't a significant drawback given the substantial internal memory. However, removing the cards requires some effort, as it can only be done using fingernails. The remaining mechanical buttons are standard and located on the right side. They are relatively large, increasing the risk of accidental presses due to their protrusion. The fingerprint scanner is conveniently integrated into the power button rather than being a separate entity, which is a common practice among rugged smartphone manufacturers. The sensitivity of the scanner is satisfactory and it works well, although it's ideal to scan the same finger twice for optimal performance. During the fingerprint enrollment process, I encountered some issues, often receiving error messages instructing me to try again. Unlocking via facial recognition is accurate and can be enhanced by the maximum brightness for low light conditions. The Type-C USB 2.0 port is hidden under a medium stiff rubber cover. The only inconvenience is that it doesn't work with all cables, sometimes requiring significant pressure to connect, but the original cable presents no issues. Both the top and bottom edges are fully rubberized, with the top edge remaining empty. In the box, alongside the smartphone, you'll find a 33W power adapter, 11V, 3A, a USB-C to USB-C cable, a protective film, and the documentation. Additionally, another film with an oleophobic coating is already on the screen. Make sure not to peel it off with the transport film. Display. The display on the DooGee V30 Pro is intriguing. It has a resolution of 24x8x 280 pixels, which translates to a pixel density of 401 ppi with a 6.58 ISO diagonal. The refresh rate can reach up to 120 Hz, with options for 90 Hz or 60 Hz based on your preferences. Tests indicate that the maximum achieved was around 116 Hz. This refresh rate is supported across various software where such options are implemented, a significant advantage since some smartphones impose limitations in this regard. The screen supports up to 10 simultaneous touches with high accuracy in touch responses. The subpixel arrangement indicates the use of an IPS matrix, however brightness significantly decreases when viewed from an angle, though the color reproduction remains relatively consistent. The maximum brightness of the display reached 530 nits, although it only reached around 230 nits in automatic mode. Nevertheless, the automatic brightness adjustments seem to work flawlessly in the dark and well-lit environments. Performance. Powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7050 processor with a Mali G67 graphics chip, the performance is commendable. In real-world usage, applications load quickly and multitasking is a breeze even with multiple tabs open. The system uses 10% of RAM while running in the background. In benchmark tests, the smartphone performed admirably, scoring above 500,000 points in AnTuTu. Battery. The massive 10,000 mAh battery offers incredible longevity. Despite a day of heavy usage, it only consumed around 20% of the battery, a remarkable feat. This capacity allows for extended use, with estimates suggesting a standby time of approximately 600 hours, which is incredibly impressive for a smartphone. Conclusion. In summary, the DooGee V30 Pro is an attractive option for anyone in need of a rugged smartphone. It combines significant internal storage, impressive performance, and excellent battery life, all while maintaining a stylish design. The camera offers good quality for casual photography, and its durability ensures that it can withstand the rigors of daily life. If you're interested, be sure to check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching and take care.